Hello there, Whipper here, and today I'm going to be showing you the Mutant Skeleton from the Mutant Creatures mod. Now you may be wondering why I'm not going to be showing you the rest of the Mutant Creatures in the Mutant Creatures mod, and that's because it's been overdone pretty much. I mean, loads of other mod reviewers have showed off the Mutant Zombie and the Mutant Creeper and stuff like that, and also the loads of mob battles between the mobs as well. But I thought I'd show you the Mutant Skeleton on its own because it actually hasn't been done too much. And it's only just been released in the 1.6 version of the mod. It's got some really cool and funky attacks, which I'm going to show you. But the first thing I'm going to show you actually is how you can actually spawn this thing. And to spawn it, you're going to need something called Chemical X here. And then to craft this, you're going to need 4 bits of obsidian surrounding a water bottle. And then you craft yourself some Chemical X. And then if you place down a skeleton or find a skeleton naturally generated in your world like that, you can splash it with a chemical like that. And then you can see it's got some particle effects like skulls surrounding it, and then it's got like a 1 in 2 chance of turning into a mutant skeleton, like it has in this case. And now I'm just going to show you the first way of actually defeating this guy, which is using melee only. I'm going to do one with melee only and one with a ranged bow. So yeah, that should be quite interesting. But here we go. The first attack he's just shown you now is the Constrict Attack, which basically just throws you in the air and gives you loads of fall damage, as well as some contact damage. And now that attack is the multi-shot attack, where he just flies in the air and fires down 6 arrows at you, which is really hard to avoid. Just going to splash some healing potions. And now you can see he's using his ranged attack, and with the ranged attack it deals random potion effects. So at the moment it's giving me slowness, sometimes it gives me poison, and you can see there it's giving me hunger as well. So they're quite deadly effects if you're not prepared for them. They can really get your health down to a significantly low amount, and that's why I've got loads of splash potions of healing. I'm hoping now he's going to do the, there we go, he's done that attack there, which is the melee attack, which pushes you away. So he can use the range attack on you like that. So he pushed me away and then used his range attack, which is kind of like a little combo. And then again he's used his Constrict Attack to push me away and throw me in the air and give me loads of fall damage, which is not very good. But this guy actually has 75 health, so it shouldn't take too many hits with a diamond sword to kill him. So it's probably about 10 or 12 hits maybe with the diamond sword, and you can see he keeps pushing me away, and then he's probably going to use his ranged attack now. Yep, there we go. I love the way it combos it, so he doesn't only use like attacks on their own randomly, he sometimes combos it, so he pushes you away, then uses his ranged attack. But in this case he's used his multi-shot attack, and I really need to heal up here, otherwise he's going to kill me. But let's just try and finish him off now. I've shown you all the different attacks he does. I think the worst part of fighting this guy is that fact that you can just get random potion effects on you, which is not very helpful for the battle. Random slime. But anyway, when you kill him, he like shatters into loads of body parts, then explodes, and they scatter everywhere around the floor. And then to pick up these body parts, you can just right click on them with anything in your hand, it doesn't really matter what, like that. And then you can pick up the body parts, and these body parts are used for other crafting recipes. So you can pick up some ribs, and some of his legs maybe, and also his head. And the head can actually be worn on its own, like over here. We can just collect that. Oh wait, where is his head? Okay, this guy has not dropped a head, it appears. Nope. Oh, there it is. Boom. So we've got this head now, and I can put it on and wear the head. And now I kind of look like a mutant skeleton, but yeah. So he drops his like body parts, and then you can pick them up. But you do have to be careful when it explodes when he dies, because say if you've been very close in the battle and he's got you down to like half a heart, when he explodes he will pretty much kill you because the contact damage of the bits of his skeleton. So yeah, be careful with that. You need to make sure you've got enough health left when you kill him, that he doesn't kill you after his death. Like a kill after he's died, that's probably not a good thing. But next up, I think I'm going to fight the mutant skeleton again, but this time I'm going to only use my ranged weapon, which of course is the bow. So we're just going to spawn this guy again, and this time I'm going to only use the bow. And in this case, the melee attack he uses, where he pushes me away, is actually very handy, because it enables me to get loads of shots off without having to worry about him doing a constrict or a melee attack. But there we go. You can see he's getting quite close to me, and oh, okay, I missed the air shot there. It just bounced off him, did you see that? And again, it bounced off him. I don't like when the arrows bounce off him. Okay, and whoa, he's doing a lot of those multi-shot attacks at the moment. He's probably noticed that I've used a bow, and he's like, nope, that's not happening. Right, he's doing it again. It's the only attack he seems to be doing. You gonna do anything else? Nope, he's using the ranged attack when I was really close to him. He doesn't seem to know what he wants to be using at the moment, but there we go. Just shoot him in the air. Oh yeah, like a boss. And it seems like the bow is probably the best way of killing him, because it enables you to shoot him even without going close to him. So you kind of eliminate his 2 most deadly attacks, which of course are the Constrict and the, I forgot the name of it now. It's the melee attack, of course, the one where he pushes you away. So yeah, by using the bow you avoid those 2 attacks, and the only ones he can use on you really are the multi-shot and the ranged attack. So there we go, we can just pick up the bits, and that pretty much sums up the Mutant Skeleton. You can just kill him using a melee or bow, or both if you really want to be adventurous. So I think next I'm actually going to be showing you the Mutant Skeleton armor, how you can craft it and what it does. So first up I'm going to be showing you what it looks like. So you can see here, I look kind of like a skeleton or a mutant skeleton. I've got a massive lower bone jaw there which sticks out over the top of my actual top of my skull. And then I've actually got some rather fetching leather shoulder pads. And for some reason I've got some gloves that appear to be made out of bones, and also like an exoskeleton where you can see my ribs over the top of my body. And that's pretty much what it looks like. And the cool thing about this armor is that it actually gives you potion effects. So the Mutant Skeleton boots actually gives you a jump boost effect. And if I take those off, you can see that disappears. And the Mutant Skeleton leggings actually give you a speed 2 effect. And these two appear to do absolutely nothing, although they probably do something. Actually, I do need to mention that when you have the Mutant Skeleton's helmet equipped, when you shoot mobs that are in the air, it actually does double the damage. However, there is a downside to this. When the mobs are actually on the ground and not in midair, they'll only do half the amount of damage, so it's kind of like a win-lose situation. But it could be good when you're fighting mobs that are airborne. Then again, the only airborne mob is the Ender Dragon, so I suppose you could use it when fighting the Ender Dragon to do double the damage while hitting it with a bow. But that's pretty much the only use I can see for it. I mean, you could use it during the Mutant Skeleton battle when it does those flying attacks like the multi-shot attack. You could shoot it in the air, but then again, when you're hitting it when it's on the ground, you're going to be doing half the damage, and it kind of negates the benefits pretty much. But also, there is a small chance that when you fire the bow, it won't deplete the amount of arrows you have remaining. If I was in survival, sometimes the amount of arrows I'd had remaining, like 64 at the moment, wouldn't be depleted, and you get like 3 arrows technically, which is kind of a cool bonus to having the Mutant Skeleton's helmet on. But next up I'm going to be showing you the extra features of the Mutant Skeleton's chestplate. So with the Mutant Skeleton's chestplate equipped, you'll actually charge your bow 4 times the rate. So you can see here I'm just like firing it rapidly. This kind of reminds me back in Minecraft beta, when you can like spam the arrows like crazy like that and then easily defeat any mob because you've just got like infinite speed arrows and they just can't get anywhere near you. But then again, if skeletons had that mechanic and they just spammed arrows like that, you'd just have no chance, would you? It'd be insane, you wouldn't be able to get anywhere near them, especially with their new mechanics where they'd like shoot you from long range. That'd be horrible. But yeah, so that's the extra effects of those bits of armor. And then if we go over to this chest now, to actually craft these parts, we're going to start off with the Mutant Skeleton leggings because it's nice and simple. You're going to need a skeleton pelvis and then 2 skeleton limbs, and then you craft yourself some Mutant Skeleton leggings. And then to craft the Mutant Skeleton boots, you're going to need some skeleton limbs, or 2 of them, arranged like that, and then you craft yourself some of those boots. And these drop from the Mutant Skeletons as you saw earlier, and you just pick them up by right clicking on the parts. But the next one is a 2-stage crafting recipe. Well, actually it's 3-stage when you think about it. So first up, you're going to need some skeleton arms, which you craft using 4 skeleton limbs and 2 skeleton shoulder pads. And then you're actually going to need to make the rib cage out of 6 skeleton ribs, which makes logical sense really. I mean, what else were you going to make a skeleton rib cage out of? You're not going to be able to use bananas, are you? Although they are kind of the right shape, but it's not really going to be very good armor when you think about it, with like bananas protecting you. Not very good actually at all, is it? And then you need to combine these two like this. You get the skeleton arms above the skeleton ribcage to craft the Mutant Skeleton chestplate. And then finally, last but not least, we've got the helmet, which is the Mutant Skeleton helmet, and this just drops as a standalone part from the Mutant Skeleton, so there's no crafting recipes involved with this thing, which is quite good. And then you can put it all on and look as awesome as I do at the moment. Yes, and I'll just give you a comparison of what the jump boost does. So if I jump now, you can see I jump to like there kind of, and then if I take it off and then jump, you can see it's a lot lower. It's probably like double the distance with the jump boost applied. So that's pretty much everything in this mod. I've shown you how you can actually fight the Mutant Skeleton and spawn it and stuff like that, and all the different attacks it has, and also how to craft the awesome armor if you want to as well be a Mutant Skeleton, which is kind of awesome. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up, and I'll see you next mod video.